So Jim, let's go ahead and do a Star Wars tier maker. I wasn't expecting to do this today, but because I got Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga literally after recording my video yesterday, which was Monday when I got it, and I'm gonna be playing it tomorrow. So I thought it makes sense to go ahead and do a Star Wars video before I play Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, which is one of the most anticipated video games. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'll be doing a review of Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga once I've 100% completed it. Hopefully I'll be able to 100% complete it, as it looks like there is a lot to do in this game. But you can let me know if you're excited for Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, whether you're gonna get it or not. I'll be really looking forward to seeing what you think of Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. I wasn't expected to do this video. I was expected to do a video for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which will probably be postponed until next week. It's just I felt like it was perfect. It's a perfect timing to do a Star Wars tier maker, and I've not done the tier makers in a while, so I feel like doing 2 tier makers in 1 week is there to make up for it. But this is for the live action Star Wars films and shows. It's only got one of the Star Wars shows, and it does have some of the animated Star Wars shows, but I won't be ranking them as I've only seen a handful of episodes of each of them. I don't even think I've watched an episode all the way through of Rebels, and Clone Wars, and all the other animated Star Wars shows, but we're going to go ahead and do that now, and you can play along with me. I've linked the tier maker for this video in the description below, so you can go ahead and do that after watch the video, or like I said, play along with me. It's entirely up to you, but let's get to it with the Star Wars tier maker. Right, so here we are on the Star Wars tier maker. So this is the this is the tier maker for it, and you've got the different categories being Grandmaster, council member, master, knight, padawan, and youngling. So I think for the Pixar one we had 5 sections to go ahead and put these in. This one's got 6. So we'll have Grandmaster being the ones that are perfect. Council member will have the ones being great. Master, I guess we'll put maybe perfect could be Grandmaster, amazing could be council member, great could be master, good could be knight, okay and mediocre could be Padawan, and then bad could be youngling. So I think that's how we'll go ahead and do it for this tier maker. And we'll go ahead and actually do it for The Mandalorian Season 2 and for the Book of Boba Fett. We'll just pretend that it's one of these shows, and I basically just talk about if they were included, where I'd put them on this list. But I guess we'll start off with we'll do them in the order of release. So we'll start off with Star Wars Episode 4 New Hope, released in 1977. I mean, I don't think it's a perfect film, but I feel like it is very, very close to being perfect. I do think that about maybe half an hour through the film, it does get a bit slow for maybe 20 minutes of it, but it's still an absolutely incredible film, and it's the first thing we ever got from Star Wars, so I think it's going to have to be Grandmaster, even though it's not a perfect film, but it set the groundwork for all the other Star Wars things to come after it. I guess we'll move on to Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, probably the most iconic Star Wars film, and that one's going to go all the way to Grandmaster. I just absolutely love it, but I do prefer it slightly more to Episode 4. I think Episode 5 is a masterpiece of a film. So many iconic lines, so many iconic moments. The score is excellent. The story is excellent. That one can get a bit slow towards the beginning, but I never thought of that as a problem. Then we'll have Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. When I was younger, this used to be my favourite. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of it because of the Ewoks, but I don't love the Ewoks, but I quite like the Ewoks, so I would put this in a Grandmaster. Actually, I do prefer it to Episode 4. Not quite Episode 5, I still don't think it's a 10, but very, very close to being. I guess we'll then move on to the sequels, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Sorry, not the sequels, the prequels, which I'm not the biggest fan of the prequels, so I guess we'll start off with Episode 1. There it is. To me, do I think it's an okay or mediocre film? That I'm not 100% sure. I think if I were to have it rated a film rating, I'd probably give it like maybe a 5.5, maybe a 6 out of 10. So, but no matter what, it would go into Padawan for me. Same goes to Episode 2. I do prefer Episode 1. I think Episode 2 is the weakest Star Wars film out there, in my opinion. It's just a very mediocre film to me. And then we've got Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I absolutely love this one. I don't think it's a near perfect Star Wars film, but I might put it in council member. I don't know, just there are some scenes I'm not the biggest fan, but the last maybe half an hour of the film, it's absolutely incredible. So yeah, at the moment I'm going to put it in council member. I might put it at master, but at the moment we'll leave it as council member. Maybe I could remove Return of the Jedi being Grandmaster, but I feel that all the prequels to me are good. All the original trilogy films have got to be in Grandmaster. So that's it for the prequels. We'll then move on to the sequels. So we'll start off with Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. This was my most anticipated film ever, and I was so excited for it. I thought it was an amazing film, but to me, lately I've not been loving it as much as I used to, but I'm still going to have to put it in council member. In fact, I think I prefer it to Revenge of the Sith. It's my favourite film of the sequel trilogy. Then I guess we'll move on to Star Wars Rogue One. This one, the more I watch it, the more I actually enjoy it. I would actually say I'm going to put it in Master. I think it's a pretty great film in my opinion. And then I guess we'll now move on to Star Wars Episode 8. When I first watched it, I thought it was a pretty great film. It's an okay one. I'm going to put it here, but I prefer it to those other sequels though. Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. I've actually done a review for that one. Which I might as well leave the description below this video. Might as well go ahead and do that. You can watch it after this. I rated it like a 9.5 out of 10. I rewatched it a few weeks ago, just before moving. It was the last film I saw before I moved to this bungalow that I'm in now, and I rated it an 8.5 then. So for me, it would go. I'll probably would give it in council member, and I do prefer it to Revenge of the Sith just ever so slightly. Yeah, I don't know. I might maybe put all the council members. Maybe I could put it master, but we'll come back to the positions they are at the end of the thing, and then we got Solo, Star Wars Story. That one for me is Padawan. It's just okay. I do prefer it to Episode 2, and I do prefer it to Episode 1. Then we've got The Mandalorian. Grandmaster. I love The Mandalorian. One of my favourite TV shows. Season 2 I do prefer slightly more, I think. But Season 1 is just absolutely incredible. Pretty much a perfect TV show. Not much more they could have really done there. And if Mandalorian Season 2 was there, that would go in Grandmaster. And if the Book of Boba Fett, which I've done a review of that, I'll link that down in the description. That would go in Padawan. But it probably would go... it would go after Episode 8. So I do prefer Episode 8 slightly more to the Book of Boba Fett. But that's pretty much all the list here. But do I want to change where they are? So that's bad. That's okay, mediocre. Knight's meant to be good. Master's great, so Rogue One's fine there. That's meant to be amazing, so these two should go here, really. Episode 9 and Episode 3. And we'll just put Episode 9 above Rogue One, and Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, above Rogue One. So, yeah, there we go. So we got in Padawan, Episode 8 of Star Wars Solo, Episode 1 and 2, Master, we've got Episode 9, you get the Rise of Skywalker, Episode 3, Rogue One, Episode 7's in Council Member, Grandmaster, you got Mandalorian, Season 1 and 2, if I could have that. But if that was here, the Book of Boba Fett would go in Padawan. And then we've got Star Wars A New Hope, Episode 4, Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, my favourite Star Wars film. And unfortunately I can't rate these shows as I've not seen that many episodes, not even seen the whole series all the way through. So, but that's it for this tier maker for the live action Star Wars films. And now we'll go ahead and plus one of the TV shows and two of them which aren't here, so I guess the live action Star Wars stuff. And let's go ahead and conclude the video. So that's it for this video, and I'm really looking forward to LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. I'll be playing that tomorrow, and I really cannot wait. It's going to be so good. It's probably the best LEGO game, and it's probably my top 10 games of all time. I've not even played it yet. I think it's going to be that good. It's the most anticipated game after The Last of Us Part 2, probably. But that's really all I'm going to do here. You can let me know what you thought of the team maker. You can let me know what your opinions are, but please be respectful of my opinion. I'll be respectful of yours as well. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. I do enjoy doing these tier makers. Hopefully, I will do one again soon. But for the next few weeks, I've got a lot of other videos planned, so I won't be doing any for at least a couple of months. But I'm not sure which other one I should do. So you can let me know which tier maker you want me to do in the comment section below. I've already done one for Pixar. I've already done one for Marvel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I've just done one for Star Wars here. And I did a Beatles studio album one, or it was ranking the studio albums. I think I said last video it was ranking the Beatles album covers, but no, it was ranking the Beatles studio albums. And yeah, because let me know if you've got any more suggestions for tea makers in the comment section below. And if it's something I know quite a bit about, then I'll go ahead and do a video for it. But that's all I'm going to say here. May the force be with you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, ciao.